Hey guys, welcome to another New World video. In today's video, I wanted to once again talk about fishing. The reason I wanted to discuss this topic once again was because I feel that there are some changes that need to be made, but also with the addition of Season 1, there's been some great things that have also happened. So, let's get into it. So, I made a video some time ago where I did extensive testing, as well as had others testing and reporting results to me, and we came to the conclusion that the fishing rod was not working. You wouldn't, regardless of what it said and what perks it had, gain any luck at all from the fishing rod slot. The effect this had on the game was it completely broke all of the luck threshold setups I had posted in previous videos and skewed everything in terms of target fishing. It was, to say the least, a little frustrating. Well, it would seem with the Season 1 update this had been fixed. You see, while I was out fishing for some activity cards, I started noticing that I was no longer getting unusual results, and everything seemed to be as expected, like it was before the fishing rod broke. However, I didn't want to jump to any conclusions because it may very well just be RNG. So the first thing I did was message some people once again, and we set out to test. Now, it's a little more difficult to prove fishing rods are working than it is to prove that they're broken. Again, because of RNG. I mean, when you have an expected result and a single cast deviates from it, then you know it isn't working. It's that simple. But in terms of proving it is working, you may cast 200 times and then on 201 get a rare, which would mean it isn't working. So you see, what you're aiming to test when it's working is you are trying to see if it will deviate from your expected result outcome. Because you know it shouldn't. But it may on cast 2, it may never proving it's working, or it may prove it wrong on cast 500. This is the trouble. So what we wanted to do was be thorough and test it multiple times and in multiple ways. The first test was going to be in open water. To do this, you will want to have an ironwood fishing pole with Lucky Day or Lucky Night 3 and no bait. No trophies, no gear, no other sources of fishing luck whatsoever. This should, if working properly, put you just over the 17,000 fishing luck threshold. That will make it impossible to receive junk while fishing, like seaweed and boots and stuff like that. If you receive any of the junk items, the fishing rod luck simply isn't working, because fishing luck works as an add to roll system. So your base luck roll will be higher than the possible threshold to receive any junk. Does that make sense? So after hours and hours leading into days of testing for me and other people, we all reported not one single junk item, which goes a long way to prove, okay, this is working. So then I moved on to 3-star hotspots. For this test, you will want to have the maximum possible fishing luck you can have using all of the best in slot fishing luck perk items. I have covered this in another video in great detail that I will of course link in the description. But for now, I will just quickly show you what these things are. And you will also want to have 3 major fishing trophies hung, one in each of your homes. Once you have all of this, the expected result from a 3-star hotspot will be 70% chess and 30% legendary, and nothing else ever. No rares, no greens, only these 2 things should be in your loot table if everything is working properly. So I spent 4 days doing nothing but fishing for a few hours a day, jumping between 3-star hotspots, and the results were exactly as I expected. All legendaries and chests, nothing else, not one rare. And everyone else I had testing reported exactly the same results on their servers. So, I think finally it's safe to say that the fishing rod is now fixed and you can once again target fish, and set up your luck in such a way to be able to fish for certain fish in a more predictable and stable way. You will also once again be able to level your fishing at lightning speeds using the correct gear. And again, this video isn't about those topics. If you wanted to do those things, I have a full dedicated in-depth video covering how to step by step. In this video, I just wanted to see if it was once again fixed. Now, do I believe they worked on it and fixed it? I don't know. I am more prone to believe it was broken, they released the patch and something they changed or reverted fixed it, like a happy accident. But either way, it's fixed. So, now that this is fixed, I thought we could take this opportunity to discuss a couple of things I think AGS needs to do very soon in order to make fishing fun and something people want to do. I know it likely will never get seen, but if we never say it, things never change. So first, legendary fish. As you know currently, these are zone specific. You can only catch certain legendary fish in certain zones. Then couple that with the fact that very few of the legendary fish actually even have a real purpose. And you have a situation where too many people tend to fight over a couple of hotspots and most others do not even get fished. What I think they need to do is just completely do away with the whole zone lock for legendaries and place them all in one loot bucket. So no matter where you fish, you might get a legendary and you won't know which one you're going to get, but it's still exciting that you're catching a legendary. Then on top of that, double straight up the amount of hotspots there are. Because as of now, with changes to the map with reworks, some zones have completely lost 3-star hotspots altogether, like Windsward for example. And in other zones where no useful legendary fish even exist, they have 3-star hotspots. These two changes would allow people to fish virtually anywhere and be excited catching fish, and it wouldn't kill the value of the current ones like strength food fish, because the results would still be quite random. Another change I think fishing needs is to the chests. I understand removing the coin from them, because early botters exploited them so hard it ruined the economy in the short term. But adding to them a set of rare furniture items or even cool pirate-themed armors or skins would be a nice way to encourage your future transmog sales. And finally, I would love to see something like the Medley Fair last year, but on a smaller scale but using the same sort of code. Like a monthly fishing event, where for 1 or 2 days we can fish and have trophies made, unlock a special skin, or even hold a mini leaderboard. That would encourage fishing and reward people for it with stuff that's cosmetic. Something low stress and fun, that still triggers the endorphin hit without causing power inequality. Anyway guys, just some ideas. What do you guys think? Have you got any great ideas for fishing? So guys, that's all I mainly wanted to cover in this video. The fishing rods are fixed. And if you're new to fishing and don't quite understand why this is so important, please go to the link in the description and watch my full fishing lock breakdown, how you can use it to make a ton of coin, and then you may understand. And as always guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.